So, if you can describe what was your life like before we were working together, and what would you say is the difference now?
Ooh, that's a great start. Uh, I think uh, I I think before I kind of got myself into the session, I mean, one, I was inquisitive, but I also kind of felt that I was plateauing. Like I didn't necessarily kind of have that same level of search in enthusiasm, and that was why when I kind of saw myself plateauing, I kind of realized that I might need a little bit of an external kind of influence to kind of know about what next steps are, and also just to kind of rejuvenate like where I think my thoughts and senses and energy levels were.
So,
Uh, Now when I kind of complete the program and see myself, I definitely kind of see like there's been a reset. Like I think that's the perfect word that I can think of.
mm,
Like at least in my context, like I
mm,
definitely see a reset in how I think, how I approach sometimes complex kind of problems,
mm,
and also kind of how I approach people, which has been
mm.
very valuable in relationships.
Nice. And what would you say is an unexpected like breakthrough or realization that you experienced in this journey?
The soul wounds. I definitely didn't realize that what I had experienced in my childhood would have had such an impact. Like I wouldn't have thought about it in that manner until it really kind of made sense.
Yeah, we all can't see it for ourselves. It's normal. Yeah. So how do you feel in yourself now compared to when you started?
Uh, Confident. I definitely see my confidence levels like reset to a certain degree. I definitely see I I almost feel positive, and I think that was one of my
Mm,
biggest takeaways, which was very necessary for me.
mm,
Like from uncertainty to go into positive was really needed. Like because I think uncertainty was also causing me not to take some leaps that I would have wanted to,
mm,
and it's probably inhibiting myself from thinking about my own growth in a yeah, in a good manner.
mm. What would you say that you appreciate about me that you think others may not see unless they were obviously working with me as well?
Um, I like the fact that you're always to the point. Like you've never I really like it because I think you don't mince your words, like for me that was super useful. Like you told me point blank that this is what you are, like this is what works for you, and this is something that you're gonna feel bad about, and we kind of spoke about that, and I think that was necessary for me to kind of put join the dots together.
Mm,
I love the fact that you would show me the path, but you would still want me to walk that path myself.
yeah,
Which was necessary because then I had to experience it for myself to be able to come back and tell you that story and say whether did that work or did that not work. Whereas in most of the cases it did work. Like
definitely.
starting off with even just like a very small kind of a conversation of how I handle stuff at home. Like, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
beautiful.
definitely see that.
Yeah. So what new possibilities are you open to now, like because of this work?
Um, I think I've definitely started to rethink about what I want to do. And I think a big reason of that is understanding purpose, which probably I I I guess I didn't realize purpose. Like it was probably a shot in the dark, or I didn't kind of realize this was what the purpose was. And now that I kind of understand that, I feel more deliberate in what I like. I feel like that there's a lot more. I'm a lot more deliberate in the decisions that I want to make because I know this is what my intended outcome needs to be, or this is what
Mm,
I would like my intended outcome to be.
I love that. So what would you say to someone that was considering being part of the health concierge program who might be unsure if there's a right fit for them?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I think like the one thing that worked out for me was our first session, the exploratory kind of very intro and just trying to understand because I think even in that one session, it opened up a lot about myself, number one, self-realizing that I'm at a stage where this is the right time for me to have external influence to start moving to the next step.
Mm.
So I guess my kind of a recommendation to anyone who's feeling uncertain is at least do at least to have that initial conversation.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times, now I feel like I'm gonna start quoting you and to say that, you need you need to have that conversation to even begin about thinking about what you want to do next.